Okay, I got 7 o'clock, rising time. This is Town of Farmington Town Board, December 10th, 2024. We have no public hearings tonight. Tim, would you like to lead us in the pledge of allegiance, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Tim. Next item is approval of the minutes from our last town board meeting on November 26th. So moved. Push by Mike, second by Steve. Any comments, corrections? All in favor? Aye. Privilege of the floor, public concerns. We'll take you folks first on the agenda if you want to address the board.
I'm Mary Kay, and this is Tony, and we're from Aflac.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
And they asked us to come in and see you guys tonight and talk about some possible benefits that could be available to the employees, or something that's an option that you could offer. Wanted the board to get their opinion in on it. We have to grab a couple more folders out of the car. It will be close. There we go.
Thank you.
We want to talk a little bit about Aflac benefits and what it can do for the town. Right now, with how things stand, I think one of the biggest issues we're seeing is it's hard to hire employees. People don't want to work for it. And so everybody's struggling to attract and retain great employees. The more benefits you can give people, the more attractive your town is for people to come here. The employees that are good that you want to keep, the more benefits you have, that's better off for them. So basically, everything is employer paid, employee paid. So the town can offer the benefits, but the employees are actually paying for them. So it's a great way to beef up your benefit package, but it's not gonna have to be approved coming out of the board's pocket, right? So the first one is the brown one. That's the accident policy. And how Aflac works, what it's designed to do is if the employees are sick and hurt and can't work, how long do they last if they don't have a patient? So it basically puts cash right into their households when something happens. Their medical covers their medical, workman's comp, disability is going to cover what it needs to cover if something happens. But the Aflac is on top of all of that, and it's just cash that goes into the household. So it kind of helps families to stay alive if they're sick or hurt, something happens. So if you turn into the second page, there's a blue and white strip on each policy. And when you look at that, it shows all the payoffs of what would happen. So I'll just do a quick accident example. So say someone has a car accident, they bump their head, they bump their knee, not super serious. You're getting 220 when you go to the emergency room, you're getting 250 if you take an ambulance. $50 for 6 doctor's visits, $50 for 10 physical therapy sessions. If it's bad, you get a concussion, you have to stay overnight. $1,500 when you stay overnight. $165 a day each day you have to stay in the hospital. So these families have some money coming in when they're not able to work or things are happening. The bottom section shows there's cuts, there's fractures, there's concussions. Each thing has a payment. At the very bottom of the policy, there's $50,000 life insurance. So say someone passed away from a car accident and they choose the beneficiary who they could leave the money to. So when you look at those benefits and all that it would pay out, the policies for you guys on that one is $6.36 a week. It gets pre-tax, so it's $5 for an individual, $10 for a family. So it's super affordable. And it gives them a lot of extra protection when they need. That makes sense? Any questions on that one? No? Okay. Second one underneath it is the hospital policy, the page that's white there. And that works the same way as the accident, but it works for sicknesses. So if you have routine doctor's visits, routine blood work, CAT scans, x-rays, anything for sickness from needing a biopsy to needing a hip replacement, it's a surgical payout for each surgery. So if you have an accident, it pays on the accident policy and the hospital policy. It double this. If it's just a sickness related, then that pays on the hospital policy. So the pre-existing on the hospital policy is anything you've been treated for in the last year, they won't cover for the first year. So say you hurt your knee 3 years ago, you never went back, that's not pre-existing. But you have a knee replacement scheduled in 6 months. Aflac's not gonna cover that for the first year, but then after that, it's covered forever. Fine. So the hospital for anything sickness related, the cancer policy, we can't speak enough about. Everybody has a friend or family member right now that's dealing with cancer. I've been doing this for 13 years. I've only had 2 people pass away from cancer, thousands of cancer. People are not passing away from it, but the financial devastation is extremely overwhelming to these families. So if you look at the payouts on the cancer policy, it helps people keep their homes, their livelihoods, helps them get through. I mean, Aflac even pays for a flight every time you fly to the doctor. And pays for the hotel for whoever goes with you. So it's inclusive on cancer from end to end. Everything they're touching your body for in cancer, there's a payout on that policy. So that's a tremendous help to the families when they're dealing with something for any level of cancer. Pre-existing on the cancer policy is if someone in your family has had cancer, they have to keep 5 years cancer free, and then they can get the policy. So if you have had cancer, as long as it's been 5 years, you're eligible. And then the last one we put in there tonight is disability. So disability is gonna give you 70% of your income while you're out of work. So you still get the New York State. So if you guys get the New York State, group 10. The 160 a week, yes. Because some of the towns they don't fall. So you'll still get your 160 a week from regular New York State disability, but the problem with that is New York State's about 18 weeks behind right now. So while you're out, you're not getting that disability money. You'll get it eventually in a lump sum check, but not while you're out of work. So with the Aflac, that first week you're out, you can get your disability in place, you can get 2 months up front, and the families have the money that they need to maintain themselves until the other funds. So basically what we were looking to do, we do a lot of towns. Most of the towns have it, which makes it competitive. Offer the best benefits. Most of the towns have Aflac in this area. And we just come in, show the employees, give them a chance to take it home, talk to their spouses, see what they want. And then we come back a week later and people can say, yes, I'm interested, or no, I'm not interested. And then the ones that want to pick up the benefits can, it goes through the payroll. So they get a pre-tax savings on that. Benefit to the town is then you're getting the FICA savings on all of those pre-tax policies as well. It saves you some money, giving you a good package and not costing you. We have whole and term life policies as well. If you're looking at doing that, that's another option. Any questions? Any comments?
Open season, or is this can be offered throughout the year for a new employee?
Yeah, we do an open enrollment typically, so normally most of the benefits, like their medical lines up on 1/1, doesn't have to start on 1/1. But it will be the same open enrollment. So say we started it in March, every March, because they're pre-tax policies. So they're locked in for the year under the pre-tax policy. So every March we would come in February. And people could add or take away and make changes one time a year. New employees, we can see quarterly, however, how the town wants to set it up. Sometimes we see employees quarterly, sometimes we see them twice a year. Sometimes we just see them on new hire when they look at their other benefits, they bring us in. So it's just kind of custom to how the town wants things to run it. Pretty fast.
Any questions? No.
No?
Thanks for the presentation.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Anybody else tonight, privilege of the floor or public concerns? Anybody online? Privilege of the floor or public concerns? All right, reports to standing committees, public works.
Yeah, Public Works met this morning at our usual time. Got our updates from water and sewer and highway and parks. I'll start with the sewer department. They had to reverse the pump and secondary clarifier due to a blockage. Our UV parts have arrived. They borrowed the engine hoist from the highway department for a job they're working on. Danford is coming Monday for a quote for the heat exchanger work. I think they started that today, I think we said. They unplugged the overflow in digester 1 to digester 4. They put some new gauges in pump station 2. The gas meters were sent out for calibration. The repairs were made to the old side gritter. They made some repair to the auto start on the High Street lift station. They had some suction problems at Old Dutch and High Street lift or pump stations. And there's ongoing maintenance going on and repairs in the lift stations. General comments, they're still out there working in the valves and the hydrant maintenance. They're doing manhole inspections. And they're working with the 1.5 and 2-inch meter readings. Installing a valve and alpha crest. So City Hill could start their pressure tests in that system. They had to do a service on Holtz Road. They had a water leak in Collett Road. And our meter order is complete. There's 2 resolutions for them. We can talk about them if we need to later on. As far as the highway ongoing maintenance, they assisted Villager with grinding millings, the grading, and rolled areas where the milling pile was. They're clearing dead trees out of ditches at the highway campus. They took scrap metal to Elko. We finally got truck 13 back, and they've been installing the plow and plow frame and wing and spinner. Been out plowing and salting roads or checking and repairing the eliminator stakes and reflectors. They're out cleaning trucks and they're training guys on different plow routes. And they repaired a stop sign on Sand Hill and Shortsville Road. Parks are out plowing and salting parking lots. They're working on Pumpkin Hook playground. They dealt with a heating issue at the town hall and lodge. And they did carpet cleaning and they're cleaning up the mowing equipment. The boiler was installed at the lodge. There's 2 resolutions. We can talk about them if necessary when they come up.
Thanks, Ron. Town operations.
Town operations met this morning. A couple of resolutions we can discuss as they come up. For the sidewalk project, Fisher Associates is working with Morano there on 41 about the pedestrian trail connection off of County Road 41 to the Auburn Trail through their property. The Beaver Creek Bridge, the pedestrian and bicycle bridge, I know will be scheduled to be delivered tomorrow and installed. And we did learn that there is going to be another round of TAP funding. We will be going after a second round of grants to hopefully complete some of the work that we weren't able to because of mostly increased costs, limited how much sidewalk we could put in. So there's some more work we'd like to get covered. When we updating the sidewalk and trail master plan map to coordinate with the grant application. Another reminder that's coming up quick about the FEMA floodplain maps, the insurance maps. Affected property owners have until January 11th to file an appeal on that. Ron is going to be working with the Ag Advisory Committee to potentially have a meeting with concerned landowners and some of the farmers in town that aren't on the committee regarding the Conservation Overlay District. And we're still doing the Parks and Recreation Update Committee. They had a workshop yesterday at the town hall, and they also had a presentation from Lori Benson at Cobblestone Performing Arts. She has secured some funding for a planned wellness center that she wants to build on the property there on 332. And is looking for the town's input as far as whether or not we want to be involved as a town on making that sort of like a community center. Everything else will be posted on the website if Ron hasn't got up already.
Thanks, Nate. Reports of other town officials, supervisor. Here from the town, our newsletter is gonna go to the printer by Thursday. And posted on the town website hopefully by next Monday. Wood Drive Bridge, we've talked about that before. It does have a lower weight limit. We did receive some complaints, so we asked the Ontario County Sheriffs to post a deputy there and observe the traffic for violators. Monday, I participated in a review of 9 engineer proposals to design the Wood Drive Bridge. Fisher Associates was selected out of the 9. They will start design shortly after the new year. 2025 is mostly design of the replacement of the bridge. And 2026 will be construction of the new bridge. This is a federally funded Bridge New York grant. The overall cost of Farmington is approximately 10% of the total project, or approximately $2 million. Councilman Holtz and I will meet again next Tuesday with the Teamsters Union, representing the water and sewer employees. And hopefully we can get an agreement on wages in the contract verbiage at that time. Ontario County. Last week, the Board of Supervisors met and they voted to close the Ontario County landfill at the end of the contract with Casella. That contract expires on December 31st, 2028. I have 3 meetings this week, one this morning, Ontario County Economic Development Committee, and 2 tomorrow, government operations and insurance, and 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock Ways and Means. Thursday morning, I chair the Genesee Transportation Committee that meets quarterly, and that meeting is up in the city of Rochester. And that's all I have. Highway and Parks.
Yeah, you had mailed me earlier today and wondered where our trucks were that we ordered in 2023. So with this New York Act, which is the Advanced Clean Truck Rule, I had to sign a declaration the other day, an act declaration claiming that our trucks are going to be used for plow trucks, which we're trying to get them under emergency vehicles, which emergency vehicles are exempt from the act, the New York Act. So right now, I mean, he can't give me a definitive answer of when we'll see them. Because they're not gonna put this into effect. He's saying that they should be putting it in effect after the first of the year. That will be exempt from these. And then they'll be able to place the orders. But until that's signed, they can't order the truck yet.
So a truck we ordered in November 2023 has not been built yet.
It has not been built yet. Those are gonna be 2025 trucks. So he's telling me if this goes through, he says we should see those 2 trucks built in the first quarter of 2025. And the trucks that that I have on the resolution for tonight will also be built in 2025. So we will probably end up with 4 trucks this year.
Price is different than 23?
Nope. Price remains the same.
Oh,
So,
They just raised the 25 price.
yeah, right.
Normal.
So there is no increase on those trucks. So,
The 2 that are on tonight are the 2026s.
well, I take that back. I'm sorry. They're gonna be built in 2025, but they'll all be 2026 trucks. They'll be model year 2026s. Yeah. So
This is crazy.
it is crazy and.
So what have they been doing for, over a year, the placement of order? They're not building.
So what happened was,
So there was, remember the shortage of transmissions,
Yes.
okay? So like Western Star, you know, Allison allotted them the transmissions. So like Western Star was getting them and maybe Freightliner. So now from what I've been told is everything's switching to international and they're gonna supply international with the transmissions now to get their trucks caught up. And the Western Stars aren't gonna be able to get them. This is what they're telling me. Can't make this stuff up. But they're telling me we'll probably see all four trucks. All four trucks will be built this year, but the next problem that we have is once the trucks get delivered up to Viking, there's like 300 trucks ahead of them. They won't have bodies put on them for, I don't know. I can't tell you. They can't tell me. We will not see the trucks built and be here.
2026.
Well, maybe, I'm
3
hoping
years
by
later.
2026, well, it's some of them. They should. Yeah, that's, and then if, you know, at some point, it's gonna come to these, they're gonna be going back to pushing electric vehicles. Which hopefully won't affect the town anymore. Hopefully this will, they'll like. They're not gonna push the fire departments or the ambulance corps or anybody to get electric vehicles because they know they're not reliable enough. So they exempt them as emergency vehicles. So we're hoping that's what happens with the town plow trucks.
But your trucks have to be reliable in snow and ice.
Right, exactly. That's why we want them exempt from the electric vehicles. So, well, but the thing of it is, I mean, these diesel trucks are so much cleaner than they were, you know, 20 years ago with this. With this exhaust after treatment. And there's another emissions coming out that's even, takes it even farther. I don't know how they can take it farther. I mean, you look, remember years ago, you'd look at the stack on a truck and the black soot would be on there. You look at these new trucks and they're just as clean as the day they came in.
Yeah.
Things may change.
Well, I hope so, but
may change by tomorrow.
I don't know who, you know, like you think about like the Wegmans trucks. They're gonna force these people to go electric.
I don't know how the tractor trailer is gonna make deliveries.
Right. And everything,
Across the state, let alone between here and Maryland. I
right.
don't know how the roads are gonna handle all that extra
Weight.
weight.
The weight.
Each one of them.
So small bridges can't handle this 3 times.
And the cost of,
You just gotta hope things change.
New York State
That's it.
Thruways admitted that they haven't even installed electric chargers for trucks yet on any of the stops.
Stop.
Yeah, I should be even worried about it. New York got it covered.
You know,
no.
it's enough.
That's awesome. Because you'll be 80,000 before you know it.
We had 73 kids attend the Mr. and Mrs. Claus event, last Friday night. And, between now and the end of the month, I will be officiating so far 3 marriages. That's it, we're just waiting for taxes.
For the tax bills. Water and sewer.
Well, our new truck that's on resolution tonight is a Western Star and it's already built. So we're getting that one right away. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. And then also you'll be seeing some activity at the corner of 332 and Colette Road. They're gonna start on Monday, fusing pipe and they're putting a water line on part of Colette underneath 332 and also on Mertensia Road.
Yes. Gosh, anything else? Just getting your meters straightened out, right?
Yep. Still working on that.
Building and zoning, damn.
November, we did 223 permits. Total permits or total inspections for November, we did 490 inspections and 21 fire inspections. So still moving along pretty good, even though the weather's starting to change. We're starting to see some slowdown, but people are still coming in and getting permits.
Big tomorrow, snow, the highway department be out doing snow again. Planning board, Ed.
Sure, our next meeting, we have the Alexander Shear 6-lot subdivision, preliminary subdivision seeker that now we know the applicant has reached out to us to kick it down the road a period of time while they continue to gather information about those 2 lots on County Road 8 and natural fuel gas, as well as the inability to perk those other 2 lots that they have. So we've got some issues there, and we're gonna kick it down the road a way so they get their act together, get us some new drawings, and some new information. So that's pretty much it.
Great, thank you. Ron, Director of Planning and Development.
Okay, just so everybody knows, I did get confirmation this afternoon around 4 o'clock that the bridge will be lifted into place over there on County Road 41, crossing Beaver Creek at between 12 and 2, weather permitting. The other thing is that we did notify the bonding company of a default on the part of a contractor. And kind of upset the contractor, but we had tried on several occasions to give notice to that contractor to, let us know what's going on and failed to do that. The town ops report, as Nate alluded to, has been posted on the website and distributed. The Park and Rec Master Plan Committee is preparing the final draft for submission to this board early next year. They will be meeting one more time in January to go over the summary of the major projects. And work continues on chapter 144 of the text amendments to the town code. That's it.
All right, thank you. Next is town engineer. Bill, are you able to say something online?
Oh, there we go. Can you hear
There you
me,
go.
Pete?
We can, yes, thank you.
Yeah. All right, excellent. Yeah, a few updates on what MRB is working on. We're just about complete with the technical report for the wastewater treatment plant, sand filter and clarifier. Just a couple more components to look at, specifically the pump stations there. Cranberry Drive, we have DOH approval, so we're scheduling to bid that around mid-January. And I think, Tim, we still owe you a final set of plans on that, but we'll get that out soon. Hortensia and Route 332 water, I think Robin touched on it, but we anticipate them starting construction next week, and that should be about 1 month of construction at that intersection. And we're continuing to work on the Running Brook drainage issue and hopefully have a concept design by next week. So Brickyard Road tank is ongoing, nothing to report there. So that's about all that I have. Any questions?
Bill, when we discussed in Public Works this morning on Cranberry Drive, at least looking at what it might cost to put conduit in the ground for the streetlights. I mean, that might delay the bid a little bit with the holidays here and everything, and you folks taking a look at that.
Yeah, I think we have time to do that, Pete, and we'll consult with someone just on the sizing, and we have to coordinate with the town on what, whether we want to go metal or plastic or something. But yeah, we can certainly look into that. I think that might be a good proactive approach there.
Okay. Very good. Anybody got any questions for Bill?
Just to add to the 332, I just got a notice today that they want to start the upgrade of the signals on 332 all the way from the thruway to Canandaigua.
Yep.
And there's stuff that they sent through about utilities and stuff that's in the way and finding everything. And the town has 7 streetlights that something about moving.
Yeah, I see Cactus got
Yeah.
the award, and so I'm maybe we'll actually get power for the two lights. And
So they're gonna,
41 and 332.
right, so they don't want those street lights on those traffic poles, traffic light poles anymore, so they'll put new poles in and hook the electric up and. get
Yeah,
that.
like they didn't do
Right.
previously. Yeah. All right, thanks, Bill. How's the swim meet going?
Oh, very good. It's all done, and Hazel's got to shave one more second off her backstroke for sectionals, but she's getting close.
Great, great. All right, thanks. Have a good night.
Thank you. Yep, you too.
No assessor tonight, nobody from Recreation or Agriculture Advisory Committee. Communications are on file. Reports and minutes are also on file. And we'll start with the resolutions. First resolution is to purchase a new and unused 2025 Ford F-250 XLT Super Cab 4x4 with 8-foot NFI utility box.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Ron, second by Nate. This is for the Water and Sewer Department. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Number two is a resolution authorizing acceptance of the monthly report for the supervisor for November.
So moved.
My Mike, second by Ron. Any questions there? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Three is a resolution authorizing the Water and Sewer Department to purchase one new and unused combination single engine sewer cleaner with positive displacement vacuum system mounted on a heavy duty Western Star 4x7X truck chassis, Vector 21i at a cost not to exceed $549,209.
Second.
Motion by Steve, second by Ron. And this is to replace our 8-year-old Vector. Any questions there? It's a lot of money. The last one, the 8-year-old one was
300.
300,000.
A little over 300.
Give or take a few thousand. This one's 550. All in favor?
Aye.
Board's resolution accepting of the easement for GLN Farmington Realty, and this requires a roll call vote.
So moved.
Where's my money? By Steve. Roll call, please.
Supervisor Inglesby,
Aye.
Councilman Bowerman.
Aye.
Councilman Herring.
Aye.
Councilman DeSale.
Aye.
Councilman Holmes.
Thank you. Motion passed. I is a resolution authorizing a carryover vacation for Tina Murphy. Motion by Nate, second by Steve. 5 unused vacation days. All in favor?
Aye.
6 is a confirming resolution approving the no-cost time extension change order tank 2. Change order 2 for the tank landmark structures. That's the Canandaigua Farmington Water District Wicker Road tank and transmission line project. So moved. Motion by Steve, second by Ron. Again, it's a no-cost extension. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 7 is a confirm a resolution authorizing the hiring of a part-time typist, a rate of $20 per hour effective December 2nd, 2024.
So moved.
Which by Mike, second by Nate. And it's a good thing we picked up Jennifer Ford because now Jen has to have surgery in January, so Jennifer will probably spend some more time in water and sewer. All in favor?
Aye.
8's resolution waiving the retention lodge reservation fee for the Roch chapter of Bikers Against Child Abuse on January 19th for the kids' winter party and returning the reservation fee of $150.
Second.
Motion by Nate, second by Mike, I think it was. Any questions there? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any objections to blocking 9 through 14? They're all purchases for the highway and parks department. Well, between the highway and parks purchases and the water and sewer truck that we just voted on, they're like $2 million in equipment being purchased this year. Okay, we have a block for those. We have a motion and a second. Any questions on any of those? All part of the 2025 budget. And with that, all in favor of 9 through 14?
Aye.
15 is a resolution authorizing the highway park superintendent to have Sun Environmental Corp. Provide the oil water separator pump out and disposal at a cost not to exceed $3,525.
So moved.
Motion by Ron, second by Steve, and they did get 3 quotes for our policy, purchase policy. All in favor?
Aye.
16 is a resolution authorizing the purchase of Badger meters, endpoints, and encoders for the 2025 budget. Motion by Nate and second by Steve. We put $200,000 in the budget for that type of equipment for 2025. And this order here will be just a little over 130,000. And are attempting to get all the water meters in town eventually. New water meters and new cell endpoints. All in favor?
Aye.
17, resolution authorizing the establish and filing of a letter of credit for the villas at Hathaway Corners, phase 1, C through B, and the total amount of $514,805.15.
So moved.
Motion by Mike, second by Nate. Any questions there? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. 18 is the abstract 23 of 2024 to pay the bills. General fund, $35,225.69. Highway fund, $21,984.60. Town hall capital project, $107,260.20. Storm drainage, $132.85. Lighting district, $22.53. Sewer district, $49,681.63. Water district, $5,543.03. Payroll deductions, $60.60. For a total abstract to pay the bills, $219,912.13. Motion, please. Motion by Ron, second by Steve. Any questions, corrections, abstentions? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. No training under $100 listed tonight. Any other discussion? Staff, anything else to bring up? Okay, we do have one waiver of the rule. Any objection to the waiver of the rule? Hearing none, this is a resolution scheduled in a public hearing for Monday, December 23rd at 6 o'clock, which is our next town board meeting, because Tuesday is Christmas Eve. And this will be the adoption of a proposed local law for 2025, approving the rezoning of 2.612 acres of land located along the east side of Mertensa Road, north of State Route 96 and part of the Myers RV Superstore of the Finger Lakes. And the location is 6200 State Route 96. The rezoning will go from residential multifamily to GV general business, and would authorize the town clerk, once it's approved, to amend the town official zoning map and directing the publishing and posting of legal notices for this public hearing on December 23rd.
Second.
Need second by Mike. Any questions there? All in favor?
Aye.
Bless
Right, no executive session tonight. Anything that needs else to be brought to the board? You can be online. Hearing none, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
My name, my mic, all in favor? Aye. Thank you, everybody.